Hello folks, welcome back to our playthrough of Total War Warhammer 2. I know I'm actually changing up the way things are going with the schedule right now. I don't know when I'll go back to Fallout 76, but needless to say I'm pretty much kind of done with 76 for the time being, given, I don't know, just my overall disappointment with it. So after playing through it yesterday and just doing the main quest, I kind of just got tired of it. So what is our goal for today? Well, I think the main thing that we have to focus on is trying to take on Lothern. They've kind of been a thorn in our side. They've taken out several of our forces, our fleets and all that. We have Pickler and Captain Rainbow Hearts over here. So let's move them back onto land. And since Lothern has kind of moved back, well, Tyrion was around here, then he just continued further south, though. So I think we're all right for the moment. Hi there, First K-Man. Welcome. So let's see. 35-20. Let's build up Sorcerer's Islands. And we'll do the meat market here at La Chic to grab a little bit more income. Meanwhile, far over here, we've taken what used to be land controlled by the savage orcs. Let's see. Do we do the slave pits here for money? I think I'll just wait and then build up this settlement as soon as we can. I'll just toss her in there. And let's upgrade Bel Eliad here. Pools of Despair, let's start building some defenses there as well, because given the fact that we just took over this province here, for whatever reason it kind of pissed off Cetra. So now Cetra, I mean, he's going towards 10, but for whatever reason he's not feeling too well for us, so there is a chance that he could turn against us. Let's see. Okay, good. Lothern didn't send any further armies against us. Oh, First K-Man is over on Twitch now. Hey, whatever works best for you, First K-Man. And thanks for following on Twitch as well. Yeah, 76 has just kind of gotten to the point where it feels like I'm not interacting with my audience as well as I should. Yeah, I know 76 potentially has greater views, and I think I kind of just got excited about the fact that my first roleplay video for 76 was doing so well. Oh look, these guys are declaring war, yep. Didn't I take on these guys, these Bleak Coast Buccaneers? I could have sworn I did. Let's see. Alright, so we got freebooters. So yeah, I did take out these guys. They just randomly came back, I guess. Well, I don't think, or at least I haven't noticed them attack any coastal settlements, so for the moment I'll just let them be. And one of the big things we noticed from the last stream that we did of Warhammer is the High Elves have a lot of elite units that we're going to have to face off against, and we kind of need our own set of elite units to go up against what they have. Let's upgrade Martech there. So yeah, not entirely sure if we should maybe go for maybe group of rotting Prometheans or something like that. How much longer do we have to wait for Paul's little Becca Half Moon? 3 more turns. Okay.
Orders. No prey, no pay.
I'm kind of holding off on doing upgrades just so that I can get more money coming in right now. That's kind of my big concern. Oh, Aranessa. I should have done this a while ago, but I need to do her darts launcher. Or I could do the Saw Shark's Blade. That's not bad either, actually. I think I'll do that next. Okay, so gotta remember I have to build up money for that, though. And let's go ahead and further increase her attack. Because doing that, she can hopefully take out enemy lords quicker. Unfortunately, we are still kind of restricted on being able to take out other Vampire Coast factions, since if we do that, we may potentially crash the game, so gotta be careful with that. But good news is that we're really not at war with any Vampire Coast factions, so... Last I knew, CA, Creative Assembly, knows about the problem and is working on it. Unfortunately, no date is specified yet as to when they're going to fix it, though.
The Queen of Tides! Aranessa salt spite!
Hey, Bibble, leveled up again. Alright, so he's pretty much maxed out on... Oh, this will max him out. Okay. Oh no, I forgot I have Master Strike too. So I still... Never mind. Just never mind what I was saying. He still has a lot of stuff that he can do for his damage-related skills. Alright. So Rainbow Farts, I think, is overall going to be the one that focuses on a lot of the more expensive units. But to do that, we're going to need a place that can recruit them. So Wizard Cleef's Palace. Probably going to be the place.
Fallen deckhands.
I mean, I could recruit it from the Pickler as well. But, oh, and I'm using up the money that I was supposed to save. Darn it. This is always the big problem that I have in strategy games, is there's always something that I find myself buying, and it's like, oh, I want to buy this. No, I want to buy this. No, I want to buy this. And then it just kind of adds up. Also, one thing that I still... Oh, wait, no, I forgot. I think I have Rainbow Farts is... Or is it? Oh, the thing that I was going to say is military presence sometimes seems like it's lower than it should be as far as its public order boost. I mean, I know it's just Rainbow Farts here, but like sometimes it seems like it's boosted by every unit that's in the whole army or whatever, and then other times it seems like it's something else entirely, so. Oh yeah, I was supposed to... I started on this, but I forgot. I think Omar actually wanted me to do some of his magic stuff too. But you know what, we'll continue doing the blue skill tree. If only so we can get this combing and preservative to reduce the upkeep on our army. Alright, Foxy Dutchman can finally start with her little Flying Dutchman. Nah, I would think her ship would probably be called the Foxy Dutchman as well. They'll be one and the same. Alright, Sorcerer's Islands. Oh, no, hold off on the upgrades. I need like 2 more little turns. Then I can start that other unique thing that Aranessa can build. That lets her do lightning strikes. That is going to be useful later on because using that we'll hopefully be able to ambush some of the, or not necessarily ambush, but isolate some of the High Elf armies that are out there. Because I'm sure once we get to Ulthuan, there's going to be just boatloads of armies all over. Yes, you keep moving along, little dwarven guys. Alright, fleet suffers, hurts construction time and construction cost for 3 turns, or settlement. We'll do the settlement suffers because we are again looking to build that one thing for our
Captain on deck.
for Aranessa. So taking a brief moment to look over here. You know what? Let's actually send her down here. And we'll look to build some stuff in like the Elven Ruins. Suddenburg, is that a port? That is a port. Okay, so we can do that as well. We can kind of expand some stuff over here, even into maybe the Skaven lands. Oh, wait a second. That is not Skaven, that's Chaos. Interesting. Oh, I forget, because doing the Vortex campaign can bring about chaos and all that. Forgot about that. Alright, 1 more turn. Then we can finally have Aranessa start work on her whatever that thing is that lets her do lightning strike. Now the good thing about that is that pretty much by learning that, you don't have to do the blue skill line skill or whatever that has lightning strike. You don't have to worry about that, so that's actually kind of neat. And I think the way that Vampire Coast works, their factions go, kind of sets a good precedent for hopefully some expansions into Chaos. Like the Warriors of Chaos really need kind of an update, especially to some of their horde mechanics. The horde mechanics for Vampire Coast is so much better than it is for the Warriors of Chaos.
Salty blood.
Alright, let's go to Aranessa and build this before I spend any more money. So what we are building under her unique is the Saw Shark's Blade. What that does, it enables lightning strike battles when reinforcements are present, increases income from raiding by 30%, increases casualty replenishment rate, and increases the income from sacking settlements. So overall, not too bad. And we can also start work on the dart launcher, which is eventually going to get us up to the harpoon launcher, which is what we need to do victory in this campaign, so might as well start that. Just include everything, I suppose. Alright, Bel Iliad, let's see. Well, the Pools of Despair is doing the lynching post, which helps public order, and the Scurvy Dog Pits also helps public order. We can do a gold mine here. And probably do slave pits once we get more money. But we're out of money right now.
See no knows my fate.
I've also moved Rainbow Farts out from Sorcerer's Island. Reason for that being, I mean, I haven't noticed it yet with the Vampire Coast, but there's the possibility that they may be affected by the traits where the lazy trait, pretty much, which causes lords to take on negative penalties if they stay in a city for too long.
The seas are my domain.
And we'll start updating Galbraz here. And I think that's it. And once this turn is finished, we'll look and see what our diplomatic relations look like with Cetra and all that. Also, it's all spooky and quiet on chat today. But it could very well be the YouTube notifications at times as well. Alright, we can raise a Gunnery Wight or a Mourngull Hunter. Oh, do we need to resurrect anyone? I think we do need to resurrect some people. So we need to resurrect Gunnery Wight Frank. So I guess we're resurrecting Frank. The only bad thing is, in doing this, it just starts at the level 1 instead of the, what, level 9 hero that we could normally do. So that kind of sucks.
Gunnery Wight.
So you know what, I'm just going to disband him. I appreciate the offer of the hero, but ultimately it is a bit of a waste. Alright, so Aranessa has her one thing there. So now I think it's time that we start building up some of this stuff. Well, hold on. More settlement upgrades. We need to build up armies here. So let's go take a look at Rainbow Farts. We can do some handguns here. Might as well do that.
Darkness comes. All bones on deck.
We'll hold off on anything else for the moment. Actually, Pickler, I can probably give the Start Launcher as well. Again, because it increases damage to artillery.
My compass agrees.
Even though he doesn't actually have any artillery in his army for the moment. Which is something that we can probably fix here. Once I get a little bit more money.
Captain, on deck.
So 3120 to establish a pirate cove. Should be able to do it in the next turn then. Oh yeah, I was wondering why this has such a low amount of income. But I think part of it is the fact that the Tomb Kings themselves actually do produce a low amount of income. So I'll probably want to go with the other economic pirate cove. Oh, they're removing my pirate coves by destroying everything. Because, yeah, I think the only way that you lose a pirate cove is when it gets destroyed. So someone is going around destroying scaling and that sort of thing. Oh no, if they destroy scaling, then Aranessa can't do her little quest. Actually, assuming they didn't mess up the quest for it.
I will parley with you.
If all the Norscan factions are destroyed, I think it just progresses to the next level. So for some reason these guys, which completely hate us, are now suddenly wanting a non-aggression pact. Well, I have no desire for that. Alright, we have Spell of the Necromancer's Apprentice, which grants 20% ward save to a unit. Alright, so if we look at the Smuggling and Trade, Smuggler's Cove gives us 200 income, increases income from trade and research rates. Because the Picaroon's hideout isn't going to give us much, it's going to give us like 100 gold a turn. With a income rate of 225, so yeah, we'll do Smuggler's Cove there. And Becca has leveled up again. I could boost her chance to wound. That might be useful, in case she encounters any more enemy heroes out there. And the Pickler has leveled up again. I think we said we were going to focus on probably attack. Probably the best bet. Because yeah, his melee attack is actually kind of disappointing now that I look at it. If you're taking on enemy heroes, you want a melee attack probably at the very least above 50 would be my recommendation. And Pickler's is only at 45. Rainbow Farts, on the other hand, is at 70. Part of that comes from just... Oh, out of money. Part of that comes from the fact that you are, whenever you're on a mount, you lose the amount of melee attack that you have. Looking at what I should do here. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright, end the turn. Probably another thing that we should do is build up a little bit of money, go to Sartosa and build the unique building. That lets us see all sea regions. It will slow down our turn times though, because then we'll be seeing everything. But the good thing is we'll be able to see any of those high elf fleets that are moving around. Capitano Sisico, have I taken her on yet? Let's look over at the pieces of 8. And we have not. Okay. Well, then that's an opportunity that we should take advantage of.
Where to?
Grab a mortar there.
above board.
I am denied.
Blood kiss of the seas.
Armed and ready.
Alright, quickest way to get to Suddenburg, probably just take
Moving.
the sea over there. And Ranger Ghost
Crew's respect.
has leveled up.
Crying for blood.
Ooh, these Moonraker. All of these sail ones actually increase movement range by quite a bit. There's also heavy ballast, which increases experience. Another thing that could be useful.
Ready to swordfish.
You know what? I think that's what I'm gonna do is this heavy ballast. Increase unit experience gain. Because as units increase their experience, they become more accurate, which is going to be very useful for all of the ranged units that are in Aranessa's army. Oh, Avalorn just went way down on their power rating. I mean, I know we've been building up units, but nowhere near what I would think to do that. So they must have gone into some kind of battle. And good, Capitano Sisico is almost right where we need her to be. So let's go ahead
At once.
and get ourselves ready to do this. I think we're going to start with Rainbow Farts, have him lead the attack, since he has mostly ranged units in his army. And then Pickler will come in
Galleon.
right after.
All in, deckhands. No stragglers. You're wrong. Ready. Not this, officer. The sea knows my fate. Navigating.
Oh,
your
come on.
will.
Don't
Harness the
get-
sea. The sea
Okay, there we
is
go.
my domain.
Had to kind of position my forces around a little. Alright, speed. What do we want to make fast here? We'll put it on the Foxy Dutchman. Magic Resistance, we'll put it on Rainbow Farts. Banner of Pilgrims. Actually, you know what? We'll do that on Rainbow Farts, and this we'll put on... put it on the cannon.
The dead will fight.
Alright, it's going to be an interesting battle. Hopefully, everything goes well as far as the positioning of the armies, and if so, we'll be alright. Alright, good. Pickler is going to be coming in from the right direction. I don't know if I necessarily should change up anything or not. I think for the most part, the standard setup here will work. Because we have handguns and we have hand cannons that kind of provide a little bit of a boost when they get closer. Yeah, you know what? I think we're just going to leave it like this. Set up all of them. It's group 3. Oh, that Necrofex Colossus actually does have quite a bit of range to it. Now, where is the leader of their army here? She's hiding somewhere in here. Oh, there she is. Oh, how close do you have to get? Hi there, Paul. Ooh, and we've pissed him off. I am on Twitch. I stream on both, Paul, so. I thought everything would still be going well with it. I haven't looked to see if, anything weird is going on, but. Alright, Foxy Dutchman has her little thing going here. Let's make use of it. Oh, we're gonna miss the good hits. Yes, son of a...
They shall fall. Yes. Ahoy! Press ganger.
Oh, okay, Paul did find it on Twitch. Well, welcome on Twitch there, Paul. Alright, let's focus on this Necrofex Colossus here. Ooh, these big monstrous units.
Fleet captain! Who's next?
Also, because this guy has physical resistance, let's give a little magical. Paul, actually no one else is on YouTube right now. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but yeah, no one's shown up so far. The only person that has shown up has been... Who was it? Oh, K-Man. K-Man was the first to show up and the only one to show up so far. And then he disappeared a little earlier on, so... Okay, where is their leader here? Over here? There she is.
Get me close!
Admiral! It will be
Go, Pickler, go.
Darkness from South. Attack!
And this rotting Leviathan is a definite pain.
Birth of the undead. Blood magic.
Paul Bibble is in Aranessa's army, so he's still alive. Actually, I don't think Bibble has ever died yet. He's actually held his own pretty well.
Fleet Admiral. At your service. Blood magic. Sea magic.
Alright, let's give a little boost to our guys here.
Get them! Yeah.
And yeah, Paul, it was Ryan who named Bibble.
Fleet Admiral!
I think it was a rather random
Night Raider.
reason or whatever that named him, but uh-oh, Foxy Dutchman's in a little bit of trouble there.
Sea magic! Darkness! I'm
Uh-oh,
here!
and the Pickler is about to get hit
Slaughter!
by that big rotting Leviathan. It's crab versus crab over here.
Fleet Admiral! Agreed! A curse on you! No quarter!
Moving.
They shall fall! A curse on you! Of course!
My cutlass bursts.
Ooh,
Fleet captain.
I think we might just take down this rotting Leviathan.
Undead! Gunnery father!
So Paul, it's actually two separate units. So you have the regular riding Promethean, which is the smaller crab, which is the mount for most of the heroes and that sort of thing. And then you have the rotting Leviathan, which is a whole separate big monster unit.
Right! Good sense! I'll cut them!
Blood.
Fleet Admiral! Blood magic!
Who's next?
Fleet Admiral!
Not exactly same skin, but definitely similar skin.
Sea prey!
Alright, there we go.
Admiral!
Well, without their lord, yep, the whole army should crumble now. Yep, they're in army losses. Alright, definitely a damaging battle. But, success nevertheless. And we didn't lose any of our heroes. Oh god, look at these losses. So they sent 921, we lost like 2,400 units. See, this is the problem with Pickler's army, is that it's a bunch of, well, meat shields. So I think I'm going to override his general commands of meat shields and start to get him some better units. I think I might form his army to be the main tanky army. Build him maybe a couple different Mr. and Mrs. Crabs and that sort of thing. While I make Rainbow Farts the more ranged army.
Spoils for all.
And we'll do this share the loot to increase loyalty. Oh, Paul said, I just said meat shields out loud same time as you did.
All bones on deck.
Alright, let's see. So we're going to upgrade the weather deck. That's going to lead to the Death Guard and Death Guard pole arms. Those are definitely the elite units that are in this army. I'm also going to start on this wooden hull with keel. It's going to increase casualty replenishment rate and recruitment capacity and ultimately lead to this Necrofex Colossus.
Admiral of the fleet.
Alright, bring you guys back over here.
Very good. Foul the sails! I'll relay the order.
Next, we have Becca over here. Keep her moving towards Suddenburg. Yes, she is back from her brief time away when she was wounded. And we'll further upgrade Lashiak's walls. And probably should start it with Kofur as well. I want walled settlements on all of the coastal areas around here, in case the High Elves decide to come down, and I hate mentioning that because it might decide to jinx it and suddenly they'll start showing up. But yeah, since the Pickler is, since he is one of those horde armies. Paul says the game monitors your mic and sends whatever faction you mention. Maybe. It's just like roulette. Never mention a number when you're playing roulette, otherwise it'll show up.
Master.
Alright. Let's do Sorcerer's Island. And we'll also upgrade these gun ports to eventually get shuttered gun ports where we can do these riding Promethean gunnery mobs.
Captain, on deck. Sail away.
Now Suddenburg here is actually force. Their racial group is the Empire. It's one of the few Empire factions that shows up in the Vortex campaign. But the Empire gets some pretty unique and interesting units.
All above board.
I will say this does seem like among the longest periods of relative peace that we've had in a while, which is a good sign. Paul says if I could influence a roulette wheel just by saying my number. Alright, who do we want to do next? Do we go for the depth? Oh wait, no. Before I do any of those, I go over here. Suddenberg, how much? They make 700, which would be 350 if I took half of it.
We'll send a message. My skills increase.
So I think that's what we're gonna do. Because again, we're trying to get as much money as possible from all of this.
10,000 lashes.
Trying to get a sense of what's around here. A couple of these locations have been destroyed by chaos, it looks like. But then again, there is a lot of Skaven corruption potentially around here. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on over here. Best bet's probably to send Becca down there and see what's happening. Oh, and Paul's going to tell me who Becca Half Moon is. Okay.
By your will.
It's not your ex-wife, is it? Paul says, my stepdaughter, her Twitch is Becca, and her YouTube channel is Half Moon. Interesting. Oh, Ashok the Bloody. He should actually be relatively easy to take out, I think. I mean, orcs there. Does have some larger units though, so we'll have to be careful there. Paul says she plays The Forest on Twitch with her friends. I think I may have heard of it, but it's definitely been a while since I've heard of it. So I can't quite name off the top of my head what the forest is. Ooh. You know what? I think I'm going to do deception here for the Foxy Dutchman. I think that would be useful for her. Paul says, the forest starts out as a plane crash on an island.
Sea dog. Blood kiss of the seas.
Alright, Becca, let's get you moving.
We are aligned.
And I wonder, do I do the hand cannons or do I do the bombers? Or do I maybe do both? I mean, hand cannons do more damage. The only difference is the bombers do fire damage. None of these guys seem to be vulnerable to fire. Generally, you want to use fire against either units that regenerate, which might, hold on. Now that I think about it. I think the trolls here have regeneration, but it does, oh, they do, okay. So they are weaker to fire damage then. So you know what, actually, in that case we will add some bombers.
Scums.
Only for the trolls that are in that army. And let's see, Aranessa has leveled up again. She's at 36, so including this level, she has 5 more levels to go. And then she's maxed out. You know what, thinking about it, I wonder if I should maybe do some more of these other... Gunnery mob. Oh wait, that's just armor, okay. Speed, leadership. What about Deadly March? Deadly March actually might be good. Pirate Deckhands, mob, okay. So that's really only for either that one or that one. Okay, so it's not the gunnery mobs. Okay, never mind. I was looking if I should take Deadly March here, but from everything that I see, it does not look like it's really what we want. Alright, let's go back over here and let's end the turn. Also tomorrow I'm planning to do Stellaris. Since the Megacorp expansion is coming out. I know originally I was supposed to do Warhammer tomorrow, but the schedule is going to be changing up a little bit. I might go down to just 4 days a week of streaming, just because 5 days a week has been a little much. Ooh, the Dune Kingdoms have been destroyed. And I didn't even get around to doing it. Bastards. Darn you, Cetra. No, come back, Ashok. Aww. Alright, Becca. Well, let's keep you going over here.
Yes.
And let's do the composite hull there.
The seas are my domain.
Hey, another level up for Bibble. Oh yeah, I probably should do melee defense. That would probably help.
Master.
And for some reason, something happened to Paul. It's alright. It happens. Of course, I am kind of sad now that I've used these mods. I don't know if the one bug fix mod actually helps with public relations with Ark in the Black and all that. You know, who we destroyed over in this sector of the Southlands, but what can you do?
Rule the night seas.
Alright, so we send Becca to Death's Head Monoliths to search the ruins.
Makes sense, Admiral.
A puzzle of the
Lovely.
ancient beings the reptiles still claim to serve. Solving this will bestow many great riches upon you. Perhaps the answer has something.
So I have not been doing well with these, but let's see. Throughout the world, the Old Ones left vast troves of power for use by their most trusted servants. To prevent such power falling into the wrong hands, they placed wards and cryptographic locks over them. As millennia have passed, these wards have weakened, but their arcane locks remain. To access the Old One's treasure, solve the puzzle. A die has 6 faces. May the fates keep them rolling high, especially if you're making a ward save. May the fates keep them rolling high. I mean, is it the one that's facing up then? Because that one faces to the side. That one faces to the side. This one faces to the side. That one faces up. I guess? Oh, well, let's find out.
I have no
I actually got that right. Got 1,000 gold and a gold sigil sword. Nice.
land lubbers.
And let's go ahead and give her, or let's see. We'll do bribery. Increase hero action success chance and decrease enemy hero action chance. And Leela Oliver
The crew's respect.
has now leveled up. And she's going to be focusing on the gunnery mobs. Or I could maybe make her focus on deck droppers. Turn her into an Air Force sort of character. You know what? Maybe we'll do that actually. I don't know how effective it will be, but it's something we could try. Oh, Kemri doesn't like that I was setting up pirate coves in their land. Well, I do hope that I can set up some kind of trade agreement with Cetra there.
Blood and plunder. Despoil and ravage. Serve for eternity.
Also, I'm wondering if I messed up the name of this stream because I still haven't encountered Tyrion at all in the stream so far. Emphasis on so far, though.
I thirst. About time.
Alright, next, I think let's do this munitions hut so we can start doing some artillery around here.
Privateer.
And Becca, where do we send you to? I guess we can just have you go searching through these ruins and all. Could be an interesting little area to set up. And let's end the turn. Yeah, I think I probably should start to contribute some money into Khemri to turn them into an ally. I was doing that at one point, I believe, in the last stream, but then I kind of got sidetracked. Welcome back, Paul. You're still the only one here for whatever reason. I'm like invisible on YouTube today, apparently. At least it seems that way. And big surprise. Oh, Suddenberg and the Knights of Origo are declaring war on me. Alright, the Pickler is about all ready to go. You know what, I think I will take on this Hornswoggle, because 32 seconds is quite a bit longer period of time. Of course, it does have a greater cooldown, but I think it'll be useful. So now the only thing I have to do is actually recruit units into this army now.
No prey, no pay.
I thirst.
Alright, Becca, let's check out the statues of the gods.
A puzzle of the ancients, which surely hides great treasure. The colored lines around the face hold the key to solving this puzzle.
Oh, geez. It's one of these puzzles. Yeah, Paul, there are actually a lot of nice background sounds in this game. Alright, so we have this, like, sunsets, paddle, crocodile? Oh. Here's the crocodile thing. Here's the paddle thing. And the sunset sort of thing is here. Throughout the old war, oh my god. Who the hell did Creative Assembly hire to figure out this kind of stuff? Well, let's see. Is there any manner of pattern to these items? Paul says, just line up the 2 red lines because the rest will follow. Well, the 2 red lines would go like this. So... look at the red lines on the outer ring and figure where they connect to the 2 red lines on the bottom left of the center ring. Well, there's these 2 red lines that would fit over here. If I was looking at that, it would be this thing, which is not on the board down here. There's this one, which is this one, and there's this one, but that's part of this. Maybe it's the blue? So if we put the blue here... I'm trying to figure out how these symbols line up to this whole thing. Let's see, yellow lines, that and that. And that. I mean, I understand the general pattern of what you're supposed to do, but I'm not sure how it fits to all of these characters down here. That's where my biggest concern is. That one's not connected. That one is there. But that one is also on this one as well. Again, those 2... well, this one isn't connected. This wasn't it, and isn't connected. This symbol is here, but isn't connected. I know someone posted on the Reddit, the Total War subreddit, about how to do this sort of thing, but I didn't really look at it because I didn't want to spoil it for myself. But golly, if it isn't hard. At least the last one I was kinda able to figure out, kinda. This one is completely stumping me. Paul says you want to do it right, so just go look. Okay, then I will go look real quick here. Reddit, Total War. Let's see, we'll do a search for puzzle. Puzzles of the Old Ones, a guide for searching ruins successfully. So this is Dial of the Old Ones. And if you look at it, the solution, we got the base, the blue, the red, the yellow. So kind of like what you were talking about. Step 1, the interface must be... okay, the goal of this puzzle is to find out which color lines fit together, and then find out which symbols they link to. Only one set of colored lines will fit together. Oh, okay. So even though it kind of looks like all the colored lines would fit together, I guess they don't. So let's see, the first step to solving this puzzle is to work out which colored lines fit together. At this point you can ignore everything else. So which one goes together then? That is the question. So let's see. These 2 are kind of far out, so I would say it's not the red. These 2... oh, Paul says take 2 sheets of paper, trace the center circle with the lines on it to another piece of paper, and trace the outer circle lines. Oh, I'm not going to get that in depth. particularly because I don't have any spare sheets of paper around. Unless I... Let's see, what was... No, that won't work. I had a bill around, but I don't think that'll work too well. I'm just gonna try to eyeball it. That's a tiny, and then let's see. Actually, I want to say it's not even the yellow, because this one, if you look like these two and draw a line up close, there's a little difference there, but it seems like there's a bigger difference with the yellow. If you go from the middle of the yellow all the way up to here, there's only a little difference, whereas if you go from the yellow here all the way across, there's a bigger difference, it seems. So I'm going to go with the red being the one that works best. Oh wait, no, I said the red is not the one, because this is too fat. So blue then? I'll say blue is the one. Okay. So I'm saying that blue is the one. The interface must be oriented correctly. Mentally align the... Well, in this one it said yellow, but I'm saying it's blue colored lines. Match the lines to the symbols. If you are having trouble doing this, to help eliminate some symbols and narrow down the possible answers. Oh, okay. So apparently this is... So we got paddle. Oh, now I'm just completely confused. That says that. Well, according to this one thing, all of the lines should match up to a certain thing. No. This and this. No. Oh, I'm just... I don't know. I am so completely lost. Like, here, I will post the thing that they posted to the chat. I hope... I mean, I know that will post to YouTube. Paul, did that post on Twitch at all? Paul says, so the red ones are 4 apart, the yellow 2 apart, and the blue are 4 apart. Yeah, or at least go to the YouTube chat there, Paul. I posted the link. I think I have to connect my restream thing to Twitch again or something like that to post on Twitch chat. I'm trying to look and see about this puzzle, but this is... And Paul says, okay, I'm on the YouTube side. Did you see the Imager link that's posted in chat there? Because that's how you apparently do this whole thing. So Paul says, yeah, just looked at the picture and that's basically what I was thinking, to eliminate which ones it could not be first. Well, I'm pretty sure it's not any of the little mushroom things, since there's no lines that seem to point to those. We have the paddle. Paddle is a blue one. Oh, I think what you're supposed to do... Hold on, let me look at... That works exactly as I thought. Apparently I'm just as... And then eliminate some impossible ones. After you... Okay, so apparently what you are supposed to do, looking at some of the comments in the subreddit, of which I'll post that real quick here as well. So looking at those comments, it seems you're supposed to turn this second wheel, that's right here. And then when you're looking at that, look at what they point to. So I was saying that I'm figuring blue is the one that's going to work. So we move blue all the way over here. It's going to point to those two. Well, that doesn't seem right. Or is it this one that you're moving? Mentally align, in this case, the yellow colored lines from the picture. Oh my god. See, I think this is why I did not do so well on the LSAT. This is just telling my brain. I don't do the best at logic puzzles. Not at all. Because it gets to a certain point and the brain says, fuck it. Okay. So I'm guessing that this is the one that you're supposed to actually kind of move. Even though you can't move it. Because that's the biggest problem too, is you can't actually move the whole thing. If you could actually move this, it would make solving this puzzle so much easier. But if we did move this over here... Paul says I can do it if I have time. I don't think it would be that one. Oh, are you supposed to actually move this so that... Oh, I think part of it too is you have to move this to maybe... Because there's a face on this wheel here. So maybe you have to move the face to be a certain direction so that it's kind of pointing up here. So it could be this, and then... Oh, you know what? Hi there, Heavenly Reaper. Paul and I have been trying to figure out this puzzle. So I think I know what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to move this interface thing so that the face is facing normal. Because right now it's kind of at an angle. So you turn the face a little. So this blue section would go up here. Then you move this around to fit correctly into this whole thing. So I think the answer is actually with one of these mushroom things. I think the answer is this one, and the far one is the mushroom thing here.
My skills ain't
Well, shows what I knew. Son of a bitch. Oh, I thought I had it. I felt so confident there for a moment. Hi there, Omar. What is YouTube only now suddenly sending out messages that the stream is up, even though we've been going for an hour? Well, I attempted that, and it failed miserably, but I attempted it. Alright, what do we do from here? Well, I have no money, so I can't really do much else. So I guess we'll just end the turn for now. Oh wait, I was supposed to... So Heavenly, now that you're here, let me do this research. I want the lore of vampires, Lord. Yes. So let's end the turn. And then once the turn is finished, we can actually bring out Vakun. Since I'm actually bringing in a relatively decent amount of money now. Oh. Okay, well at least you're gonna stay long enough for me to get your guy figured out. Oh, these bastards are attacking. Well, we can't do it just yet, Heavenly. I do have to fight this battle. Because, yeah, if I auto-resolve this, this will just completely die. But I think I can fight this battle and win. Because they only have one group of archers. Yeah, the one bad thing about Total War Warhammer is you do get some of these battles that skew against you, even though it is very much a potential win. So we're going to fight this, and hopefully we will win. And this is a choke point battle as well, which is going to be interesting. We got group 1 there. Set up group 2 here. Got our deck droppers here, and we'll put our fleet captain there. Alright. Hey, Heavenly, you finally got the PC. Nice. Alright, deck droppers here are going to be going off to attack their lord. Deck droppers do 52 damage, 9 of which is armor piercing. No, Omar, you can't fill this hole with water and have a pool party. We're out in the middle of a desert. If you put water in here, it'll just get sucked up. And you know what? We are going to do this third shanty to increase our reload speed. Deckhands, attack. Fleet captain, attack. Deckhands, attack. Move you guys over here. And same thing here. With you guys going here. All the bats actually can drop bombs. Although I've heard that they're actually not too good. But yeah, there is a deck dropper variant that has bombs. Oh dear, our fleet captain is getting torn apart. Run away, fleet captain, run away. You're not good against that, lord. We don't need you to die right now. Oh my god. No! She's dead. Okay, this might kill the battle. It's alright, Heavenly. And yes, your life might be a little bit of a constant lie, but you know. Alright, so we've completely scared off those bowmen. Let's send our deck droppers back over here. Poor Paul. He feels old now. Now you know how I feel half the time. And hopefully our deck droppers attacking from behind will hurt the leadership of these guys. I can only hope anyways. Okay, you guys, why are you not attacking? Attack!
Bones and flesh. I yes. Need flesh. Overboard! Canary ball. On way.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna win this as much as I may want to win this. Oh god, Heavenly, you're downloading the new Fortnite update. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think this map was actually a bad idea because the way the Vampire Coast units work is they pretty much can only attack units that are in their line of sight. They don't have archers that can shoot above. So if there's something in the way of their line of sight, they don't do well, and there's a lot of hills in this map. Well, Heavenly, at least you can still be up to, hey, we scared away part of their forces here. Pretty much the only thing I'm hoping for is that these Death Guard can somehow pull off this battle. Somehow. No! They're coming back from behind. Oh, my Rainbow Farts is not part of this fight. This is pretty much just a... The army that's here is pretty much solely a garrison army. Well, Heavenly, your son there, Vokun, he's gonna be... Oh, are we actually gonna win this somehow? Maybe? Yeah, he can be a general. He may not be the highest general, but he can be a general. There's a few offices that are still available. We'll have to look at those once we survive this battle, hopefully. Well, the Death Guard are actually holding their own against this Lord. Let's see, the Lord has 54 attack and 48 defense. The Death Guard have 43 attack and 49 defense. So relatively similar stats. Alright, let's have these guys fall back. Certainly if we had Vokun here, he would help. Alright, we did it! We defeated these Bretonnian swine. Haha. Alright, fast forward. Have the bats go out and hunt down these guys real quick here. Do as much damage as possible. Welcome to real life, Heavenly. Us old geezers taking up spots in the grand army of the vampire counts. Alright, I'm just gonna wipe out this unit and then we'll be done. Maybe. Alright, so let's end the battle. Well, that was pretty good for having the auto-resolve pretty much completely against us. Heavenly's like, I like how we win a battle, and I'm like, for Sparta, and Omar's like, woo. You both express your celebration in different ways. Yes, Paul, I am pretty sure one of the nicknames for Harold is Harry. Creative Assembly has some interesting little Easter eggs in here. Alright, so we have the disreputable Admiral ready to be recruited. Let me take a look around here real quick to see if I have anything special as far as Lord recruitments. Level 11 there. If I go to Sartosa, also level 11. Okay. So I think we will actually recruit him in the Pools of Despair here. Give him an opportunity to help defend this location. So let's see. Here we are, leadership qualities. So post-battle chance of stealing a magic item, plus 20%. Leadership aura size, plus 100% when defending. Has access to shipbuilding and recruitment cost, minus 15% for the Lord's army. I hate that the upkeep is going to go up by 801, but let's go ahead and do it. Alright, first things first, we will rename him. So I guess we'll do General Vokun. And let's look at his stats. Alright, so Heavenly, we could have him focus on some of his magical abilities to start out, which is the Lore of Vampires gives the Invocation of Nehek, which helps pretty much heal undead units. There's Curse of Undeath, which is while casting heals units. Van Hel's Dance Macabre, Macabre, increases melee attack, which is good for a lot of those lighter, weaker units. Gaze of Nagash is a magical attack. Strong versus single combatants and good against armor. Has its uses, but isn't as good as some of the other attacking spells. There's Drown to Dead, which summons like zombie pirate gunnery mobs in battle. They degrade over time, but still a good way to, you know, add some more units to the battle. There's Evasion, which is like the in-between ability buff, whatever. Then we get to Curse of Years, which decreases melee attack, hurts speed, that sort of thing on enemy units. Let's see, Hex. Okay, yeah. Then there's Wind of Death, which is actually a pretty good little wind unit, or wind spell. It does use a hell of a lot of... Well, the upgraded version definitely uses a hell of a lot of magic. But it's pretty good if you can find a way to stop some enemy units, get them bunched together. Then you can send it in, and it's like a big scythe that comes in from the sky and crashes through a bunch of people. You can hear me, or you cannot hear me? Sure if he can hear me or not. Uh-oh. No. Oh, hell. Wait, is it good? Are you good, stream? Okay, the stream was just having a brief little heart attack there.
No prey, no pay.
Alright, well, in that case, we'll, Oh, Paul says when the phone takes over the mic and speaker, he can't hear you. Okay. Well, in that case, I will hold off on doing any of the upgrades to Vokun for the moment. Let's increase... Let's do that haunted blockhouse.
A red rage will come if provoked.
Since these lovely guys are approaching.
The sea knows my fate. Admiral of the fleet.
And Pickler is pretty much ready to go.
Good.
So let's go hunt down these orcs.
Where to?
Probably could just auto-resolve it, actually.
Guns on deck.
Because with both of these forces together...
Hunt them, thrall crew.
Oh, they flee. Darn orcs.
Fair wind.
Cowards.
Admiral of the fleet. Heave ho! What is your demand?
Oh yeah.
For battle.
Completely wipe them out.
Exchange them for plunder.
what regiments of renown can we recruit? Well, we can't figure it out just yet.
All bones on deck.
Wait, here we go. So let's see, we have Salt Lord Scuttlers. They have deck dropper bombers. We have the Night Terrors, which are Morngulls, which are actually really good against, like, really good against infantry. They have armor piercing, they stalk. The Bloody Reaver Deck Guard. They're good against large units, and they're armored. Not too bad. Then we have this Tide of Skilled, which are just meat shields. How do they compare against regular ones? More expensive. And a little bit better stats, but not too much better. Paul says isn't renown with a K. I think it is. Oh, I guess not. Regiments of Renown. I don't know. Maybe because it's British? Because all the spellings that you have are British. So like demons, for example, are spelled D-A-E-M-O-N. And armor is spelled A-R-M-O-U-R. So maybe it's the British spelling? Welcome back, Heavenly. Alright, so now that you are back, let's talk about... so I've created Vokun here. I haven't done any of his stats yet. Did you want Vokun to be focused on magic? Pretty much with magic, he can buff up undead units and also heal them. And he also gets... Well, let's see. He has one ranged attack spell that sends out missiles. It's alright. But then he has this Wind of Death, which sends down this scythe. So if you can get a group of units gathered together, you can send down this scythe from the air and wipe them out. We could also increase some of his attack abilities, which would make him a better fighter. Also increase his defense, which Pickle Mike, if he were here, would say you would need that because of how I use my armies in battle. But the good news is Vokun, as one of the special lords, is immortal. So he's not going to die when I put him in battle. That's good, at least. There's also Inspiring Presence, which helps with leadership, and the tree that it goes down is pretty much all for helping buffing your units. Heavenly says, I like scythes. Okay, then in that case, we will start with that. A lot? Okay. So we'll do one Invocation of Nehek to start the tree off. We'll do Curse of Undeath, Dance Macabre, Gaze of Nagash, and Drowned Dead. Go into Evasion. We'll do 2 points Wind of Death, 1 point in Earthing to reduce the miscast base chance. And let's go ahead and do Magical Reserves. And then the next time that you level up, we'll be able to do Arcane Conduit, which is going to further increase your magic and that sort of thing. So now that we know that you're going to be focused on magic, let's see. And Heavenly says, I've always been a balanced person in a game, so if possible, balance magic with physical. Okay, so we'll make you more of a fighter, individual fighter, and magic user. And you won't really buff any of your units or have any of the points dedicated to the campaign. Because eventually you get 40 points, but let's see, we've used like 10 so far in the magic tree, and there's still a couple of things I'd like to get as well in that. And then the physical, the fighting, that sort of stuff, along with some of the outsider perks up here for fighting, will take up quite a few. And then if there's any left over, we'll probably put a couple into the campaign tree. So let's see, Talisman. We could do a Bound Spell, Tide Call, Magic Resistance, Fire Resistance. Do we need Fire Resistance with who we're facing right now? Actually, I want to say probably magic resistance would be better. Hand weapons. Reduce weapon damage. Yeah, we'll do that. And don't have any armor available right now. And let's go with this Crown of Command. As far as arcane item, we have Scroll of Leeching. Greatly reduced power recharge rate for the enemy. Forbidden Rod. Causes damage to self. Actually, this could be useful. Heavenly says I would go with Ice, Fire, Magic, and Poison Resistance. Well, you really only have Magic and Fire and Physical and Ward saves. Ward save is everything. Physical is physical attacks. Fire reduces fire damage. And then Magic reduces magic damage. I don't remember if Magic and Magic includes fire damage as well, or if that's separate. I can't quite remember off the top of my head. But one question that I do have here is, would you see yourself using in this case, the Forbidden Rod, which causes damage to yourself, but it greatly increases your power reserves, where you can use your magic, and your recharge rate to use magic? There's also this channeling staff, which reduces ability recharge. I mean, there's a Scroll of Power, which, let's see. It says miscast chance 100%, but I think that means that you won't miscast, I think. Heavenly says I would use it, as I've used similar items in the past. Okay. Yeah, it seems interesting enough that it sounds like something that I think he would use. Sort of like a Kaioken. Bringing Dragon Ball Z into this. Yeah, I figured it sounded close enough that it would be something that you would probably use. And yeah, I think that will work for the time being. Okay. The only other question I would ask would be, what would you think of his army composition? What would make up his army? Because the available units that are in this army are, you know, the basic infantry sort of units, a lot of meat shields starting out, and eventually getting up to Depth Guard and the Depth Guard with pole arms. So more elite units. You have the gunner sort of characters, so the gunnery mobs, the hand gunners, the bombers who throw bombs, and the hand cannon guys. So more ranged gun units. Then you have some of the creatures. So the creatures include fell bats, the deck droppers, which are bats that hold gunners, and then more advanced versions of the deck droppers. And finally leads to these Death Shriek Terrorgeist. What those are pretty much kind of like an undead dragon, but not exactly a dragon. But they're an interesting little creature. There's also artillery. Various forms of artillery. Mortars, cannons, leading up to deck gunners, which have armor-piercing missiles and all that. Pretty much kind of like a minigun, pretty much is what they have. And then there's the different types of monster units that can come in this faction. So animated hulks are kind of like mixtures of man and monster. The bloated corpses, which are undead corpses that blow up. Rotting Prometheans are little crab dudes that are pretty tanky. Mourngulls are vampires that are like cut in half, but they're big monstrous vampires too. So, and then there's Sirens, which are kind of like Banshee sort of units. They have a magical attack and cause terror. They're also armor piercing, which isn't too bad. And then there's ultimately the rotting leviathans, which are the really expensive monsters. Heavenly says I would start with a few meat shields, foot soldiers, and if possible 1 to 5 elites to act like a command of sorts, kind of like how Vader had Vader's fists, and of course ranged. Okay, I will keep that in mind then as I start to build his army. I do have to build up more income though, because I'm only at like 2,800 income.
Captain, on deck.
And let's search some ruins over here at Tlaqua.
All ship shape.
Throughout the world, old ones left troves of power for use by their most trusted servants. Let's see. And I have 6 faces, may the fates keep them rolling high. So I'm guessing whichever one is facing up was my guess, and the one that seems to be facing up the most is this triangle.
My
Nope,
skills
failed.
increase.
I don't know how I figured that out the last time.
Salty blood.
I thought I figured that. Well, I did figure it out correctly the last time I had that particular one, but whatever. It is what it is. Alright, let's go with Unliving Labor Force to reduce the construction time of buildings. Oh yeah, Heavenly. This is actually a really nice game. You have a lot of different factions. There is a lot of DLC for this game, I will say. But I would promote pretty much all of the DLC, actually. This is one of the few games where I think almost all of the DLC is rather useful. Oh, and one other thing before you go as well. So Vakun, the Vampire Coast, have these various offices that we can do. We have 5 office slots remaining. We have the Fleet Sailing Admiral, which increases the movement range of all armies, reduces attrition from high seas, reef, maelstrom, and storms for all armies, and increases campaign line of sight. We have the Fleet Treasurer, which increases the income from all buildings in all provinces, reduces right cost, and reduces recruitment cost. There's Fleet Engineer, which increases pirate crew growth, which is what's used for your shipbuilding. So, shipbuilding for a moment, let's take a look at that. You'll see Vokun has a shipbuilding panel, and from that we can build up this, which reduces upkeep, lets him recruit units, that sort of thing. And yes, Paul, River Rat, oh yeah, I forgot. I didn't resurrect him yet. Thanks for reminding me. And thanks for remembering that warrant is for River Rat. Oh, and Heavenly says this has gotten too interesting to leave. So yeah, Warrant Admiral is already taken. I just gotta resurrect River Rat because poor River Rat died. So let's see. Fleet Engineer helps with pirate crew growth, reduces construction costs for all buildings, and increases research rates. And then finally there's the Fleet Beastmaster, which reduces the upkeep of a bunch of beast units, increases weapon strength, and increases unit experience for all those beast units. So yeah, you have your choice of Beastmaster, Engineer, Treasurer, or Sailing Admiral. Let's see. Paul recommends to make Vokun the shipbuilder if he has that skill. So like the Fleet Engineer. Have I noticed the reference in Vokun's name? Is it anything with Skyrim, maybe? It sounds kind of like a Skyrim name. Like one of the Daedric princes. Or not Daedric princes, Dragon Priests. That's what I was meaning to say. And Paul, I have a couple other characters that I can build with. For example, Pickler has shipbuilding and Aranessa has shipbuilding. Heavenly says it's a Dragon Priest name for Shadow. Okay.
Admiral of the fleet.
I thought it sounded familiar-ish. It's all right, Paul. It's one of those things that I only kind of briefly went over and then kind of did and didn't really talk about too much. Let's see. Heavenly, I would recommend probably either Beastmaster or Engineer. Potentially. If Vokun is more magical related, that sort of thing. It would kind of relate to research rates. Kind of like maybe pirate crew growth as well, you know, the number of undead that he brings to his force. And then Beastmaster would give him access to being able to maybe have a few more Terrorgeists in his army. Treasure, I mean, it's good for the faction overall, but it doesn't really do anything as to that particular unit. It's alright, Heavenly, it's alright. And then there's the Sailing Admiral. Again, that helps the faction overall, but nothing I would necessarily recommend. Nothing anything too special with the overall force. I mean, Fleet Engineer helps the faction overall as well, but I think it kind of helps. It also has some aid for him as well, so yeah, my overall recommendation is either Beastmaster or Fleet Engineer. Yeah, Heavenly, you need to sleep at least every once in a while there. Heavenly goes with Beastmaster. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So he will be Beastmaster, and he'll eventually be able to get some really nice Terrorgeists and all that. Eventually. We'll have to upgrade him, though. Alright. Well, let's recruit a few deckhand mobs for meat shields for the moment. And other than that, I think I can probably end the turn. And we might be seeing Vokun in action pretty soon if Suddenberg there decides to attack. But we'll see what happens. Oh, I didn't even know Lothern was at war with the Exiles of Nehek. Interesting. Oh, there's Suddenberg. They're moving. Oh, they only moved a little and they're just raiding bastards. Let's see. Let's go for the quick money. And they could potentially take us by surprise. They have 3 armies going right now, one of which is in our territory.
The seas are my All above board. No prey, no pay. Ahoy! Standing by.
Alright, let's go. Oh, I hate spending so much money on it. But let's go ahead and do a Rotting Leviathan and a Necrofex Colossus into the Pickler's army. I think those will actually help us out quite a bit. Not entirely sure what other units I could do here. Hold on, let me take one look at these Sirens. Charmed hurts melee attack. You know what? We'll do a couple of Sirens as well, because we can put them mixed in with our Depth Guard. Heavenly says I'd suggest taking a defensive position at where we need to protect the most if they're in that territory. That's pretty much what we're doing. Your force is in the Pools of Despair. And we're kind of waiting for this haunted blockhouse to finish. Once that does, we'll have walls on that settlement, which will really help as far as defense goes.
Landlubbers! Off deck! Move!
The sea knows my fate.
Alright, you know what? We can leave Rainbow Farts out there right now. He's not hurting anything by being out on the ocean, as long as no storm comes through. Also, it's been 2 hours, but things have gotten interesting. I might extend the stream out a little bit, depending on how long people can stay up for. Omar says, I can fight the storm. Your army might be in tatters by the end of the storm. Alright, come on. Attack the Pools of Despair there. Oh yeah, Paul, I do have to resurrect. Poor river rats. Actually, I think what I might do for river rat here. Well, let's see. What other... oh, I want the Notorious Admiral for myself. I hate the fact that this Dread Admiral that you recruit is a female character. If it was a male character, then it wouldn't be a problem. How much would it cost? Oh, 927 upkeep increase.
Yes.
Oh, Paul says I don't care what gender they are. Okay, in that case I can give you an elite unit then. So even if they die, I can resurrect them. So we're going to make you the Dread Admiral here. You'll wield a pistol and a cutlass. You'll have the Lore of the Deep, which comes with the cannons, that cannon ship and all that. Should work relatively well. Alright, so they have started a little siege here.
Admiral of the fleet. Doubtful.
And I don't think we have any forces around. They're gonna probably try to... They're not building siege equipment. That much I know, because we don't have walls on this settlement yet. send some money to Cetra. Heavenly asks, is there any way to wield a scythe or demonic sword? Unfortunately, visually, you are restricted to using just a polearm. Kinda sucks. There are magical items that you can find that increase your stats, but unfortunately it doesn't change your visual looks. If they added something like that, that would be... this game would be perfect. I probably wouldn't play anything else.
I trust them.
Alright, Aranessa. Are we good enough here that I can move? I think so. Characters for military presence.
Pirate's life! My ship! Admiral of the fleet.
Well, let's just end the turn for now. Oh, I forgot to move Becca. She wasted all of her... half that turn there, not moving. Oh well. Paul asks, of the semi-regular crew that attends your streams, who subbed the earliest? I want to say of the crew that I have right now, probably it's either Pickle Mike or Omar. One of the two. Paul says I'm like number 327. Are you really that high up? I thought you were lower than that. Oh dear, now we got the Bretonnians moving around with two armies. In Heavenly, I probably won't be continuing the stream that long. At most, I'll go 3 hours for the stream. Currently at like 2 hours and 7 minutes. And more guys declaring war on me. Because why not? Alright, so we've done the research to get River Rat. We just have to actually, you know, get the money to recruit him or her or whatever. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a her, since they use a cutlass and all that. Yes, it is a female.
Undead raiders.
But when you're undead, it don't matter too much. In Heavenly, you were around 130? I know it was a long time ago. I can't keep track of all of it. Alright, take you out of this. Alright, Pickler. I think you and Omar are going to head down and take them by surprise. And you're right, Paul. The name River Rat is genderless.
Harness the sea. No. The sea brings death.
Folk are weak. Vampire of the waves. Sea Father, guide me. I thirst. Plotting a course. The Queen of Tides.
Alright, let's see. Yeah, we'll continue the unliving labor force. And given that these Bretonnian guys are about to attack, let me take a look at the garrison here. Are they all... oh, they're not all repaired. Well, how do we look on trying to fight this? I think we can do this. They have 2 ranged units and just a bunch of swordsmen, so...
Prey comes. Fight.
And they have a magic wielder. But I think Vokun's magic will be better here. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Now I don't know if we'll survive when the Bretonnians attack because, you know, the settlement will have taken on quite a few different things. But I think we can win this battle here. Heavenly says, Vokun, your time has come. Don't disappoint. Alright, so it looks like our forces kind of starts in between everything here. We'll put Vokun kind of among all of those guys. And my general hope is to have them all come together. And when they come together, Vokun's going to use his Wind of Death. What's the overcast version? Increased damage? Okay. Oh. No! Incoming fireball! Ouch. Well, fortunately, Vokun can heal himself with the invocation of Nehek.
Meet Captain! Midnight Raider! Agreed. Shamble on.
Enemies, Guile!
Alright, bring you guys together here. And now time for the Wind of Death. We're just gonna swipe it all across here. And let's go into the more cinematic mode. Oh, it's not a scythe. I forgot, scythe is actually the Wind of Shadow. So this is just a, or the Lore of Shadow. This is just a big fireball that runs across the whole landscape, but it worked pretty well.
Van Hell's wish. Moving!
Blood dispel!
Emperor's mercy on us all!
Yeah, Heavenly, that actually was pretty badass. And 2 more magic points and we'll be able to use it again.
Lead Captain!
Yeah, unfortunately the scythe is going to be unavailable to us because
At your service!
we don't have access to the Lore of Shadow, unfortunately. Does kind of suck with that.
Who's next? Dick hands!
I know, Heavenly, I know. But hey, perhaps in the next campaign, we will have guys with access to the Lore of Shadows. Depending on which, how we progress this. Which faction we progress into.
As long as we draw breath, they will die! The god! Take that, Hades! Kill the necromancer!
Blood magic!
Heinrich just got back up!
Alright, time to use this Forbidden Rod. It's gonna hurt a little bit,
It's on you!
but get us more magic going.
Last thirst! Move!
Bleed Admiral!
The silver hammer! Don't let the zombies bite!
Get me close!
Bleed Admiral!
Let's do some healing of Vakun here. And we are going to do this shanty third verse.
Eager to kill! Fleet Admiral! Enemies quail!
And then our ranged units are just going to start firing into these groups of swordsmen. And Vakun is now able to engage this battle wizard directly. Oh, you guys go help us out here.
Blood to spill! Die! On your word!
Yes, Admiral.
Ready!
Fleet Captain. I'll see to it.
Die! At your service!
The gods have abandoned us! Emperor's mercy on all of us! Behead them! Gunnery mob!
Come on, Vakun. Hold together.
Aye! Attack!
And Heavenly, you and your off-brand anime.
From Salt. Gunnery mob! Yar! Need flesh! Take that!
Alright, kill the Lord. Pew, 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 pew.
Fleet Admiral!
Hold together there, Vakun. Don't crumble on me. And there we go. That will defeat the army.
Fleet Admiral!
Alright, you guys just head this way. Oh, my zombies are a little slow, so they're escaping. Oh. Maybe, maybe. Ah, darn you slow zombies. Alright, well, that is it for the battle. We were successful in driving them off. And I think I'm going to have Vakun do some Raise Dead, because we're going to need it. And depending on how many units we took out, he may actually be able to raise quite a few. At least one good thing going for us is it shows that Sudenburg here, they don't have any elite units in their army, so we should do relatively well taking them out.
Admiral of the fleet.
Alright, we actually have quite a bit that we can recruit. Don't exactly have a whole lot of money to do it though, so gotta be cautious about that. Let's do one mortar, and I think anything else that we should do here? Yes, Omar, we did win. Yeah, we'll just raise those units for now. Oh god, look at that income. It's so sad. Alright, looks like that is it that we can do for this turn, so let's end it. And one good news is that Lothern is actually starting to look weaker on the overall scale of power. I will take it, because anything that we can do to turn Lothern away from being as much of an enemy as they are. Yay, flee, flee, you stupid Sudenburg. Of course, now the Bretonnians are going to attack in mass. Ugh. Well, I am not sure about this battle. Especially because they do have quite a bit more. Well, let's fight it and see what happens. Paula says, I like the music. Yeah, that's another thing that goes kind of unappreciated, but the music in Warhammer is pretty nice. It's not like notable like Star Wars music, but it sets a good tone for everything. Alright, so here I'm not going to be able to send Vokun into battle at all. If he even touches someone, he's going to die. I mean, I suppose I can heal him, but still I'm going to want to be very careful here. Alright. So part of the problem the last time that we did some of this is we kind of got into being attacked by all these guys all together. We'll put them like that. We'll put these guys over here. That's group 2. This is going to be group 1. Depth guard will be there. Alright, gotta try and set this up right where we have the line of sight. Because last time we didn't have the line of sight and a lot of our units kind of got messed up, so. Probably don't want too many of these units to actually be close together either. Alright, probably the most important things here are going to be Vokun with his magic. Let's see, the range is 150.
Fleet captain!
And then the mortar as well. Alright, let's start the battle. We're gonna start bombing these peasant bowmen. And it looks like they're all gonna head into this area. Alright, Vokun has a little bit to spare. Let's start to heal himself a little bit. Ooh, so those hand cannons are pretty much like a shotgun. Alright, so we're gonna move Vokun up. He's got enough power for it. We're gonna send his thing right through the Bretonnian army.
West, moving, nurture.
Fleet Admiral!
Alright, we're gonna use this. Hurt Vokun, but get some more of this Wind of Death going. Heavenly's eating whipped cream. Hey, whatever floats your boat there. Oh, our poor Depth Guard with pole arms. Alright, I think now is a good time to use this. Now I'm just hoping that Vokun's buffs here are going to be good enough to take out this lord.
Master of the grave ship!
Fleet Admiral!
Come on, you're almost there.
Orders, fleet
You almost got
order!
this lord.
Press gang 'em!
He's at 645 health. 330, one more hit will finish him off, I think. Alright, fall back.
Hooray!
We have another lord over here
Fleet
now.
Admiral! Gunnery mob! Blood and salt! Landslubber!
I'll drink soon. Do the same.
Gunnery mob! Lurching! Out of way! Fleet Admiral! Gunnery mob! Captain! Luisa! Instructions!
Fleet captain!
Always crew!
Yeah.
Admiral!
I don't have my Death Guard now, and those were the ones that took out this lord last time.
Slaughter!
Alright, I'm doing all the buffs that I can to try and take out this lord here.
I'm here!
Vampire captain! Blood kiss!
Gunnery mob! I!
Fleet captain!
Fight!
Ooh, there's a lot of fighting going on here.
Sea prey! Gunnery mob! Fleet Admiral!
Fight! Kill! Our lives depend on it!
Pirates of the Undead! Agree!
Fleet captain!
Well, our little hand cannons are trying to do a little something to take out that lord. They might just do it. See you later, Heavenly. Thanks for stopping in. Vokun may survive this, or he may have to be resurrected at a later point. Oh, don't tell me we're at army losses here.
Fleet Admiral! Press gang 'em!
I think we're gonna lose this just out of
Salt!
being completely outnumbered. Yeah, there goes Vokun. Well, we almost did it. I'll be interested to see what the totals amount to. Alright, so we lost 1793, they lost about 1,000. Omar, we lost. They deployed about 2,100. We deployed, well, the about 1,800. Yeah, the fact that they had 2 lords here was definitely in their favor. I think we took out both of their lords, or we were very close to taking out both of their lords. We took out one lord and the other one barely survived. Well, it looks like we're gonna have to go kick some butt over here. Probably send Aranessa out to do it. Who's being not so loyal?
Admiral.
Omar, why is your guy not being loyal, damn it?
All bones on deck. Blood kiss of the seas, plotting a course. Is it time? Follow the salt spites. Plain sailing.
Can we do anything to help that? Loyalty will not decline for 5 turns. Could go up by 1. Sure, we'll do this right to increase loyalty. You're plotting against me, Omar. Just because Pickle Mike isn't here. You see your opening, so you're gonna try and take it.
Admiral of the fleet. Sails up. Scales and salt.
Do you take me for a churl?
Captain, on deck.
Alright, Becca, let's send you to Zlatan here. Because I think there's Skaven in these ruins.
All ship shape.
There are. Of course, they don't like us because we're a great power.
Privateer.
Although, because we're a great power, I was hoping that, well, Cetra likes that we're a great power. Even though it doesn't look like it really is there.
Only then may you petition me.
Yeah, Cetra's number 4, we're number 8. Alright, let's end this turn. They're probably going to head to Baal Aliad, and that I might just auto-resolve. But Aranessa will come from this way and take out Zandri and all that. Oh no, Scaling has been destroyed, along with one of our pirate coves. Hello there, Xia94. I do have all the expansions for Warhammer. Yeah, I'm a little obsessed with Warhammer. But it's a fun game. I can't turn away from it. Especially when you can do little roleplay exercises like this. Well, quest aborted. Does that mean it goes to the next quest? Quest issued. Kraken's Bane. Move any character to the following region. Okay. So this is the replacement thing because all the Norscan factions have been destroyed. Xia says too much time to play, or takes too much time to play. I can't disagree there. It does take a lot of time to play this game. Alright. Aranessa, have you move up?
Show no mercy. Get my hook.
And then we will have General Leela Oliver head forward as well to join that little battle there.
I'll have them.
And we're gonna get our revenge
Crew to war.
for what these Bretonians just did to us. Alright, let's see. So Bibble is going to go in along with these Prometheans and attack the walls, or the gates. We'll have our group of handguns go forward. Omar says, Newbie, how bad would it be if my guy turned on you? Relatively bad. It would certainly be a pain, that's for sure.
We serve. From salt.
Aranessa!
And Aranessa will just sort of lead from here, along with her little group.
Aranessa!
Oh, wrong group. You guys will be that.
Bones and flesh.
Alright, so those cannons are going to work on taking out the towers there.
A tempest comes! Gods, yes!
My guys really hate this one paladin in particular there. Yep, they really hated him, alright. Send our monstrous forces through. And the enemy lord is dead. Yeah, this battle's about to be over for us. Excellent. First thing I'm gonna do is sack it. Then after that, I don't know. We'll see. Alright, I think we can speed this up here. And with the yeoman scared away, we are good. We didn't even really kill a lot of their forces, we just terrified them between Bibble, his Morngulls, and then our rotting Prometheans. Ooh, hit my desk there, oops. And yes, Omar, we did win. Quite well there. We only lost 79 units overall, they lost about 660. Though because it was a siege battle, they're pretty much going to lose all their units.
Another victory!
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and sack this force.
Take! Come on!
Admiral of the fleet. All bones on deck. Follow the salt spikes. Serve for eternity.
Alright, Rainbow Farts and the Pickler are almost over at Sudenburg there. Back, let's establish... Oh, it takes so much. But we'll do it. Establish a pirate cove there. Oh, hell. Hell yes. 2375 is the income from this place. So let's go ahead and do this Picaroon's hideout. That's going to give us 1,000 gold extra a turn. Yeah, Paul, it is about 10 minutes left. Alright, so Aranessa has leveled up again. I think I will give her Deadly March here, because that's gonna help out the depth guard units, and I think I'm gonna eventually include more of those in her army.
I trust them.
And Becca has leveled up again as well. She's maxed out on Wound, maxed out on establishing Pirate Coves, and maxed out on Specialist. So I think I can actually start to give her some stuff here as well. Start with Lucky Charm. Cetra, do you like me enough yet? No.
What vile fit
And
stands
we've
before
hurt
me?
these guys enough that we could declare peace, but I'm not going to do that because they might go over and take the Pools of Despair there, and I don't want that.
Admiral of the fleet.
So let's just end the turn. I don't necessarily have an issue with Zandria itself, but they are troublesome. I suppose one option would be, as soon as we take back this location here, is we can just subjugate Zandri. Given that we're using a mod here that lets us do that. What are you guys up to? You better not suddenly decide that you like land and attack Virus there.
Aranessa salt spite.
Alright, so to be sure, we're going to wipe out this little army here. Or at least send them fleeing.
Never. Yes? For Sartosa! Crew, to war! There'll be double rations on the ship this time.
Sack it again. Ooh, we got a talisman gained. Jellyfish in a jar. For General Leela Oliver. Assassinate action. Assassinate and wound are better and enables poison attacks. Well, it doesn't help Leela here. But it will help with an assassinating,
Let's go landward.
with an assassin character. Is it Mongol hunters that do the assassinate? Yes, they are. Okay. So I'll have to look into that.
Admiral of the fleet. A trusted officer. We return to Sartosa as legends.
What is your demand?
Oh, we are almost there. Let's have the Pickler move through and grab this little mysterious island.
Admiral of the fleet.
No.
Captain, on deck.
Alright, so we've taken Zlatan there.
Here.
Who's next? I don't know who's next. We gotta explore. I'll hold off from doing any of those settlement upgrades. Because I actually do, hopefully, want to do the upgrade for Sartosa. That little, I don't know if it's a lighthouse or what, but it lets me see all sea regions. Oh, those military actions against these knights here really helped our standing with Cetra. And why does Cetra not like my actions done against Clan Moors? They shouldn't be friendly with the
Choose your next words carefully.
Skaven here. No peace yet. No peace at all. Alright, we have another group of raiders going around. Let's just do the Bretonnian merchants. Even though I don't have the time to go after them.
Move your spineless bags. Land ho. Move. Want to slit throat? Come, sea brigands.
Darkness comes. The seas are my domain. Is it time? Fair wind. Blood kiss of the seas. Scourge of the seas.
Armed.
Alright, let's keep Becca. Oh, hey, Dawn's Light here. Probably more Skaven.
Good.
Ah, she can't do it. Alright, end this turn. Maybe we'll do 2 more turns or 1 more turn. Oh, we'll see what happens. But yeah, definitely for anyone who plays Vampire Coast in the future, definitely send out those Vampire Pirate Captain heroes and set up Pirate Coves. If I did that from the start, I would have been so much better off. instead of sending out my armies to set up pirate coves. That's just a waste. Unless you want to actually get some quick money from doing sacking. I mean, in that case, I guess it's alright, but... Hey, Vokun is back. You know what? I think we could actually probably do that, Paul. So let's go ahead. We'll send Leela over to take the Pools of Despair. Colonize for 2,500. Start repairing. Aranessa is going to go there to defend. And let's go ahead and recruit. Oh, we can just barely reach level 10 because we've lost those pirate coves up north. So Two Toes Adley is going to become River Rat.
All bones on deck.
Rename River Rat.
This is working out.
Alright, so River Rat, we were going to do Inspiring Presence and all that. I will do the Hunger, though, because that helps replenish HP when in melee combat. Let's go ahead and do Poacher as well, since that gives a boost to recruit rank. Okay, Inspiring Presence. Held together by screws. That's the deckhands mob. Then we got the gunnery mobs. Alright, so the deckhand mobs and gunnery mobs are all there. And put River Rat back into the Fleet Warrant Admiral office. And the good news now is that as River Rat expands, which eventually she will, her upgrades will reduce upkeep and that sort of thing. So she'll be able to make a pretty decent army overall, I think.
The galleon awaits. Easy pickings around here. Where's the light?
Search the ruins here, more Skaven.
Sea knows my fate.
All right. So we are pretty much ready to take Sudenburg here as well.
No prey, no pay. Kill and kill again. Have at them, avast and draw your
Oh,
blades. Fight them,
Pickler is pretty much strong enough to do this on his own.
Admiral of the fleet. Sails up. Heave ho.
And for some reason it looks like Pickler is on...
Attack.
you know what, I'm just going to auto-resolve it. So I could subjugate them.
Sack it.
Let's just go ahead and sack him for the moment.
The sea brings death.
And another upgrade for the Pickler. Yeah, I think we do need to do more for his melee attack, so let's do that. Alright. That seemed to work out relatively well. Oh wait, I'll do one more turn just so I can establish a place at Dawn's Light here. So yeah, we've taken back our one territory that was briefly lost. So that's good. Trying to think anything else that we have to deal with. I don't think so. I think overall we're pretty well set. Still got to work on setting up pirate coves and all that. And hopefully get a trade agreement going with Khemri. Should probably check that before we end it here. Or at least get a non-aggression pact going with them. Because if we can turn Khemri into an ally, we'll be pretty much set to take over.
Look port, then starboard.
What do you guys want? You want money for a peace treaty? Fine. Even though I'm not really interested in it, fine. Darn rogue armies. Alright.
10,000.
Becca, set up a pirate cove.
Sky high.
This also seems to be a really good way to boost up your heroes. Because it seems like every time she sets up a pirate cove, she levels up here. Yeah, well, let's go for the 50% income.
Fear the pirate queen. Ready to swordfish. Serve for eternity.
Alright folks, that is going to be it for this episode today. Definitely seems like we've made a lot of progress. Although at the same time we haven't expanded out territory-wise. We have rebuilt the Pickler's army into a much stronger fighting force. Aranessa's is still the same, though she's starting to build up experience now. Khemri is currently at 36. Trade agreement? Oh, come on. Damn it. Damn you, Cetra. Alright, well, we'll have to work on that in the next episode. So, thanks for watching, folks. Tomorrow we're going to be doing Stellaris, the start of the Megacorp expansion. That'll be interesting. And, yeah, we'll see what happens after that. So, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and click the bell icon so you stay notified on all of my streams and videos. And I will see you all later. Thanks for watching.